Good morning. Boy. Let's go out of the box. Let's go out of the box, damn it. Let's go. Let's go out of the box. Let's go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. All right, there we go. How's everybody doing? Oh, man. That coffee's hot. Come on, just go up. Just go up. Just go up. Just go up. Oh, shit. Come on. Go up. Just go. 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 There you go. Let's go. All right. So how's everybody doing this morning? I think today is a test. I think my internet issues have been fixed. I think. So I'm testing it out today. Today's a test. Today's a test. That's why I still got my SIM account out here because I'm testing today. So apparently, the power outages that I was having, like 3 of them in a row or whatever that I had a couple days ago or whatever it was, a couple days ago. Apparently, they fried my modem. And I kind of thought that was the problem because 2 of the power outages were like brownouts. So like everything went off in the house except like real low powered things like my smoke detectors and a couple LEDs that I have in the house. They would still show light, show signs. So I had a really sneaky suspicion that it fried my modem because you don't want power coming in your house at a very low level because it will fry your equipment. So I think that's so they replaced my modem yesterday. And yesterday afternoon, I was watching the charts, after everything had been replaced, and I wasn't getting any frozen candles. I wasn't getting any skipping or anything like that. So hopefully my problem is fixed. Hopefully. So I'm using today as a test. So far, it's been all right. I wish I was trading though, because I'm up. This was a nice trade out of the box here. Holy cow. Yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny, Keith, is it's funny you say that. So in my neighborhood, I've got several people that have generators, and my neighbor, like right to the other side of my house, he was outside in the rain and shit trying to figure out why his generator wouldn't turn on because he didn't have any power to his house. And I opened up my door and I said, it's because we have a brownout, my friend. So your generator still thinks there's power. We could hear another neighbor's house down the road. We could hear his generator running. So the power outage had the generators confused too, because it wasn't a complete freaking, boom, power's gone. And yeah, that fried my modem. I mean, it may have fried a few other things. My fish tank is not acting normal. Like my bubbler in my fish tank is appears to be running at about half strength. So I may have to replace that too, because my tank is just not bubbling anymore. I've got a big 55-gallon fish tank, and my bubbler doesn't seem to be working. It's working, but it's not working. So I may have to buy a new bubbler too. But my brand new printer, brand new scanner that I bought literally 3 weeks ago still works. That's good. I bought a brand new scanner, brand new printer, all in one from Canon. I mean, it's a nice piece of equipment. It still works. I used it yesterday. So anyways, I will say this: yesterday afternoon, I don't know if any of you were watching charts, but yesterday afternoon, man, there was some decent movement. I was rather optimistic in watching it. I was screwing around sim trading, and in the afternoon to make sure everything was working and stuff. And I hit two NQ trades for $1,000, just like the one I just hit right here out of the box. And I think I hit a either a YM or an RTY trade. I can't remember. Anyways, I ended up, my sim account went up like $2,500 in just an hour of me screwing around yesterday afternoon. So that's very positive, because we have just been, as you guys know, we have been struggling to get price action to even make money. So hopefully that soon changes. I'm not very optimistic about it, but that is a positive sign. Yeah. Good morning, David. No, nope. Yeah, I agree with you, David. I've been talking about that. I'm sitting here in sim, not that, you know, not that I'm missing out on anything, but I'm sitting here in sim partly because I had a router problem or a modem problem. Sorry, I had a modem problem. My modem was fried, but the other part of it, so I'm testing to make sure this shit works again. The other is, shit, man. Last week I wasn't getting anywhere. I was getting punched in the face. Um, and I just can't make money when the market's just acting like a turd. But that being said, um, I have blurted out in this live stream multiple times. If you are struggling with confidence in trading, don't trade right now, man. It's just gonna beat you up and make you feel bad. And you're gonna start um, losing confidence in what it is you've either learned or are still learning or whatever. I don't, even if it's not what I do, if it's your own approach, this is the worst time to be trading if you're still trying to develop your confidence, because this market is not indicative of normal market conditions when you can get rotations and swings to make decent money. This swing right here out of this box is probably going to be the biggest one of the day in the NQ, just to give you an idea. And so that's probably going to be the biggest one of the day in the NQ. And if that's the case, and you weren't in it and all that kind of stuff, you're going to get your head punched in the rest of the day. Is my point. But funny story. You guys like to hear a little funny story while we're sitting here kind of waiting for something. There is a supplier in my industry. Well, that's true, Avalon, but I mean, that's true, but you could pick up some bad habits. Like you could start, I'll give you a perfect example of a bad habit. Perfect example of a bad habit is seeing this trade in your favor and not letting it go to what should be your target minimum, because you're just trying to make profits. And then when the market is moving, if you get too squirrely and start looking for $102 wins versus $400 wins with $100 loss, you're just not gonna be successful when it's time to really make money. I mean, just so you can't create bad habits because of what you learned, or I shouldn't say what you learned, what you experienced in August. That's not good. That's probably the thing that's been the biggest frustration for me, is I'm still finding the rotations. Here's a beautiful one right here. But what's frustrating to me is that the rotations aren't actually working to the extent that they normally do. But I refuse to just shortchange my trades. I'm just not going to do it. Now, this one just might work here, the hell. Come on, oil. Keep going. Do not rotate up. Do not rotate up. Come on. Keep on trucking. By the way, shit, I mean, I missed it. And it's all after the fact and everything, but look at that cross the box going on in the YM. Son of a bitch, man. I need to pay more attention to the YM after the open because that damn thing does it so often that it'll freaking cross the box. Come on, oil. Come on, oil. There you go. There you go. Come on. Come on. Run. Run. Come on. Come on. You got it. Go. Go. It's running out of energy for sure. Come on. It's running out of energy for sure. Come on. Go. Ah. Come on. There she did it. Right there. What a beast. What a beast. That YM is really a beast on that cross the box trade. Oh, it touched me. It touched my target. There I am being a dick for a tick. Come on. It touched the target. Jesus. Come on. Ah, it's going to knock me out. What is it going to do? I guess I don't know what it's going to do. Yeah, it's going to rotate. No problem, Bruce. It's easy when you're using fake money. It's easy when you're using fake money, Bruce. Yeah, it's easy when you're using fake money. I'll be back to using real money tomorrow as long as this thing works today. Or I'll be doing it later on this afternoon. Either way, it doesn't matter. Back to real money as soon as I know my system works, and it's I think it works because we have not been cut off today. And then yesterday afternoon, I did, trade. I did screw around on the charts and that kind of shit, and things were working. So, so I guess that's good. Yeah, good trade, Mark. That was a nice setup. The part I like, the part that makes this trade so nice, also, Mark, is that this is your setup candle, and this is the one that triggered you in. So you only had to put your stop behind your setup candle, which was, I think my stop was $110. Since that candle was small, that pivot candle, you're not risking a lot of money to take it down to the bottom of the box. Yeah. So anyways, let me tell you my funny story quickly. I have a distributor, a supplier of my product, for my business. And he trades the RTY through Top Step and Lucid and that kind of garbage. Why Top Step? I have not a fucking clue. But anyways, that's besides the point. He and I converse relatively frequently, and I've been sending him my P&L. I've been sending him my P&L for probably about 2 months or so, and he just like, holy shit, that's good, great, how you doing it? And he's one of those people that he's got the attention span of a fucking chimpanzee. So when I go to try to explain, this is a person who actually trades. So when I go to explain what it is I'm doing, it goes in one ear and right out the other. Y'all met somebody like that in your days, haven't you? So anyways, so it's gotten to the point where he's blowing up enough accounts with Top Step, and he's blowing up enough accounts with Lucid and stuff like that I'm fucking frustrated. Listen, dude, I spend my time trying to explain to you what to do, and you never listen. You keep telling me about stupid fucking shit like VWAP and gay and fucking shit like that you keep losing your money with. So anyways, now that I got a little heated there for a minute, because he'll call me and cry and complain that he's lost money and blah, 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 blah. I'm just sick and tired of it. Here's my P&L. Why are you losing money? So anyways, long story short, it was last week I got just mad like I am on the phone. Like I am with you guys right now. And I said to him, do me a fucking favor. Do me a favor. Pull your fucking chart up and take the prior day high for all 23 hours yesterday and draw a line across today's chart for the NQ. And I said, and take the prior day's low for the 23 hours and put it on your freaking chart. Just shut up and do it. So he did. And he's like, holy cow. I'm like, yeah, that's what I've been trying to fucking tell you. So yesterday afternoon, he messages me, oh my God, I just hit 90 ticks in the RTY. Now he trades the RTY. I just hit 90 ticks in the RTY long off the prior day high. No shit. No shit. Really? I haven't even taught him this stuff, the 15-minute box or any of that shit. And I just said put the prior day high and the prior day low on your chart. It's the simplest fucking thing to go find and put it on your chart. And just wait for price to come to it. Jesus, mother of God. Sometimes I have to literally take a baseball bat over people's heads. This shit is easy if you just pay attention. Good for you, Kevin. Good for you. You know, the funny part is when I was, okay, I'm always a guy that my whole life, I've always been, you know, what's the problem? Let me go figure out how to fix it. I've always been a doer. But ironically, when we got into trading, you know, many years ago, futures trading specifically, I thought, okay, shit, I don't know anything about this. I'll consult the so-called experts. And that's where I lost my fucking ass because I learned that what people were doing was they were creating things. How do I say this? They were creating things that they were quote unquote calling proprietary, and then selling it to you as if it was, you know, the second coming of Jesus. And I'm not trying to be mean to anybody because I was one of these people. Okay. And they're dependent upon the desperateness of people out there to just pay for this simple solution. That's one of the reasons I'm so adamant that everything on this chart, I clearly show you guys what it is, how to put it on your charts. Doesn't matter what system you use. You don't have to use Ninja. Use whatever the fuck you want. He's over there on Top Step now. Right now, I'll guarantee you, he's got the prior day high and the prior day low for the RTY on his Top Step account right now. I'll guarantee you. And he's waiting for price, which, by the way, if he was paying attention, there it is. If he was paying attention this morning, there it is. Shipping. The same fucking line. There it is. I just happened to look. I didn't know. I decided, well, let me go look at the RTY and see where the prior day high is. Oh, we bounced off of it at 9 o'clock and went up. Fuck, Jesus, 150 points, 150 ticks, something like that. Anyways, you know, because I just want, there it is. Here's the stuff. And then what I sit here and say in these videos or in these live streams is I just say how I trade those moving averages and those static lines. And you can come up with your own approach to it. You know, it's totally up to you. But I do it a certain way because it fits my personality in trading, because my personality in trading is I am retarded. I've said that before. I am a spaz when it comes to trading. When I get into a trade, I have to see the thing working for me or I get freaking sweaty. Anyways, that's my little story from yesterday. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Man, it looks the ES and the NQ have gone to sleep. Oh yeah, snow. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know snow. Hey, I'm going to tell you something also, guys. This is another thing, this is another reason why I don't like summer trading. And it goes right back to what Snow just said. Is like say this oil trade right here, okay? If it got a little squirrely here and didn't roll right down, when I'm in summer trading, I get doubly nervous, and here's why. Because if it rolls up and it takes me out, I don't know, say I have $150 loss, $200 loss, $300 loss, whatever the pivot is that I'm trying to defend. When it's September, October, I don't get, at this stage of my trading, I don't get nervous about that anymore. Or I don't get as upset about that anymore, because the market continues to rotate, and I just gotta go pay attention and find another trade. When you're in summer, August trading, July trading, stuff like that, and you have one of those rotations that fails, and you take a loss, it's like that loss sticks with you because it's so hard to find something else to get the money back. That's the secondary problem with summer trading. If I have a $300 loss in oil, you guys know, you've seen it. If I have a $300 loss in oil, at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, I don't even think about it. I just keep right on moving, because I'm confident that the YM or the RTY, or maybe even gold, is going to show me something where I can go ting 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 and get $4, $5, $6, $7, $800 like that. But in the summertime, it's not as easy to see that stuff. So anyways, that's my 10 cents. But I figured you'd like that story, Todd. It is a funny story. I think it's hysterical because it's I don't know. It's just frustrating. I blew up my Top Step account. Woe is me. Woe is me. Woe is me. Woe is me. Dude, just listen to me for 5 seconds. Just listen to me for for 5 seconds. Jesus. And you won't have to call me crying. Matter of fact, he didn't call me when he hit that trade. He texted me. Let me see if I can find that message. He texted me. Where is it? 81 ticks. And the son of a gun is still going. And then he just proceeded to go on. I'm not going to lie. You have taught my dumbass how to do something right. That's exactly what he said at the end. I'm not going to lie. You taught my dumbass how to do something right. Yeah, the war helped Summer a bit. A matter of fact, I think the war gave us a false sense that summer trading wasn't going to be so bad, because it was actually pretty decent trading in July, which traditionally is not the case. Then we get into August and, the war's really kind of whatever. And it's just gotten really quiet. I mean, guys, look at this. Remember, this is the NQ. This is the NQ we're looking at right here. Look at these candles right here. Look at these candles right. This is the NQ. Come on, man. How are you supposed to make money when the NQ's moving like that? Do yourself a favor and write a check to charity. Okay? And feel good about yourself versus donating your money to the market here. Just write a check to charity and feel better about yourself. I got some contacts at St. Jude's Children's Hospital that you can send that money to. Yep, it did that, didn't it, Eddie? The YM did the same thing. It just did it. It did it in a non-tradable way, Eddie. See, it came. There's the mid band. I mean, this is a non-tradable way. I mean, here's your entry. What the hell? But you can see, it just kept right on running. I mean, it did it. Swung in mid band. So it's kind of and the RTY has done the same thing. It's the pattern. Bottom of the box, cross the box, back to the mid band, out of the box. Bottom of the box, cross the box, mid band, out of the box. It's amazing. It's amazing. Out of the box through the bottom, cross it to the top, hit the target, rotate to the mid band, gone. It's wonderful. Isn't it fun, Eddie, when you can see the charts and kind of make sense of what the hell's going on? I mean, come on, man. I used to send this guy screenshots of my trades showing the rotation point that I entered in. And the trade goes up, $1,000, and I take a picture of it and I send it to him and say, "Now call me and ask me how I knew this is where we're rotating if you want to learn how to trade." Now the other Eddie, there's two Eddies in here. Oh shit. Eddie in Florida is who I was talking to. Sorry, Eddie. No problem, Avalon. That's great. Listen, if I wasn't so brain dead, and what I mean by that is it's just my memory bank and timelines of things is just not that good. But, I could sit here and tell you the progression that I've gone through. And, basically the point of me saying that is I'm still evolving myself. You know what I mean? And I'm not, I'm not infallible whatsoever. And I'm still evolving my craft. But so I'm still growth patterning. And I think in reality, all traders, even throughout their whole history of trading, will always be doing that. I mean, if you're going to become successful or stay successful, because it's kind of like it's you just got to continue to evolve and recognize things about the market, what things are working, what things aren't. I mean, it's not just waking up every day and doing the exact same thing every day. But matter of fact, it's far from that. It's more trying to adapt to the market conditions you're looking at, and then, making today totally unique from yesterday. He does watch my videos. Matter of fact, he told me, I can't remember if it was Monday when he called me crying. I can't remember. He said he was watching my videos at 3:00 in the morning. He told me that. And I'm like, well, that's great. But, I know his idea of watching it. He's got the attention span of a chimpanzee. So he may sit there and tell me he watched it 3:00 in the morning, but he did not retain anything. That's my opinion. He did not affirm that to me. That's just me saying that. That's why I got violently mad on the phone with him. And I told him, I think it was Tuesday, to put those freaking two fucking lines on your chart. Just put 2 lines on your chart. Just put 2 lines on your chart and see what happens. Oh, yeah, Thomas, that's a good point. Well, the other thing is too, Thomas, is I think trading is something you can do pretty much at any age. And as I get older and I don't run my business anymore, or I have somebody else running it and I just kind of oversee it, whatever I end up doing with my business. But it's trading that's going to keep my mind, doing the things that it needs to do other than just vegetate. So trading has a couple things that are beneficial out of it. But, to trade, you got to keep, like you said, you got to keep pushing. Now, the freaking YM ran up here and missed the prior day high by probably a tick or two. Yeah, 1 tick. Missed it by 1 tick and then rolled over to the top of the box. You dirty dog. The YM missed the prior day high by 1 freaking tick. By the way, that is a bad sign for longs, because think about a daily chart. Okay. Think about a daily chart. The YM went up to the high of the previous day, but think about the day. Okay, think about this, guys. Go back to footprints in the sand, right? Let's go back to footprints in the sand. We ran up to the daily high, but we did not stick a wick through it. Footprints in the sand. So you rolled over from there. That's not a good sign for the longs, in my opinion. Jesus, what the hell's going on with gold? Jesus, man, holy freaking cheeky. What the hell's going on with gold? Did somebody say something? Holy shit. What the hell's going on with gold? Anybody have any idea? Look at that. So gold through the prior day low by $1,300 and then back above it. Holy cow. All in 2 minutes. Now look at so what were the two lines I told that clown to put on his chart? Look at that right there. Look at that. Ping. Just put two freaking lines on your chart, man. Did a beautiful job in the pre-market, gold did. Holy cow. Off the prior day low. Right there. Cha-ping! Just this rotation alone here is back to the high. By the way, back. Look at this, folks. See, this is such fun stuff. Back to the actual rotation that brought you here, brought you right back to there. Is anybody surprised that this is where that stopped? That's fucking amazing, isn't it? Those are the things that I started seeing when I would go back and study charts, and it's what created the whole concept of my trading strategy, is just seeing abnormalities over and over again that turned out to be not abnormal. That's what the whole intent was. So it's not abnormal. Good job, Trick. Yeah, gold just did some ridiculousness there, man. It's probably still running up. Yeah, it is. Boy, they flushed. I mean, that right there is a flush. That is a flush. That was cleaning out some stops, man. Don't be surprised if this thing melts its way up the rest of the day. I mean, they flushed out a bunch of stops there. Think about that. Think about if that was to the long side. This wick right here. Jesus. Holy cow. Yeah, liquidity grab. Exactly, Jay. That is the sharks in the tank right there. That is the sharks in the tank right there. They knew exactly what they were doing. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing melt up the rest of the day, because they ran down here, cleaned out all the stops of the longs, and then slammed it long. That's how they steal your money. They can't make money. The sharks can't make money by just price improving or decreasing from the day. They can't make money that way. They have to make money from the swings. But man, I spent my time I wasted my time on the wrong two instruments. I've sat here looking for ES and NQ to give me something to trade, and they haven't done a freaking thing. And the whole time, the RTY and the YM have been doing it. No problem, Fish Atlantic. No problem. No problem. Yeah, I just saw that, Navy. I just saw that. Oh my God, and I completely missed it. Navy pointed this out. Anybody catch this? Did anybody catch the crossover retest to the top of the box, top of the bottom of the box in oil? There it goes. I mean, again, this isn't rocket science. I mean, I didn't invent the internet like Al Gore today. Good old Al, Old Al inventing the internet, man. That guy's a genius. He's such a genius. He told me not to buy a house at the coast of North Carolina because it would be underwater by now. Are you still in the RTY, Earl? There you go, buddy. Holy shit. You're still in it? I'm kind of screwing off today, Blue, because I'm sitting in sim mode to make sure my charts are working. So I'm really just spending most of my time talking instead of looking for trades, to be fully transparent. All right, Earl. Well, you got the YM in your favor because it's going short now also. So, and now you're in the second half. So, what we talk about the second half, it should accelerate to the bottom now. It should just start moving even more. Unless it retests the mid band, then rolls over. Either way, that's a beautiful position to be in. Earl's in and Eddie's in. All right. And just as a side note here, the gold just continues to climb. So it crossed over, sat on the prior day open, boom, going long. And I anticipate this thing to be doing those type of stair steps like we just saw here for quite a while. That's a nice, beautiful stair step. Bing, 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 long. All based off of this candle right here. You're in that trick? All right, man. All right, so the RTY is now testing the mid band. Here it goes. Now this is where, again, we're on the back side of this mid band. This should just do exactly what it just did. Clean out a few stops, roll over and run. And there it goes. Remember, support becomes resistance. It's Oof. All right. The YM is not helping right now. That's for sure. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I'm with you there, Fish Atlantic. Holy cow! Especially since, like, it's not difficult to. I mean, to me, it's not difficult to see. You know what I mean? The things I'm talking about are not difficult to see. Some of them are real simple to see. Um, Another thing is too, like Jim from California was talking, because he's taught his son a lot of this too, is that the huge benefit that, for example, his son has over old school traders is that he doesn't have any scars. He doesn't have trading scars from the past that I have to deal with, that you probably have to deal with. You know what I mean? That's part of why I'm so mental when I enter a trade, is I got too many scars from my past. All right, come on now, RTY. The YM has rolled, so let's roll. The YM has rolled, so now it's time for you to roll. Good morning, Dr. Lindsay. Just a little update for you. See that? Still doing it. Still doing what I said. Now what you'd want it to do is to create space and then come and sit on top of the bottom of the box for that rotation there. Gold is doing exactly what I said it was going to do after this blow off candle. Oh, and this thing's over here running down. Isn't that cool? So it should go down to here. And the YM is rolling over too. It's been rolling over. It's been rolling over. Come on. Come on, RTY. Keep going. Keep going. So where has this thing got to go? It's got to go to here. Okay. They've both broken their up pivots right here. So that's a good sign. Very good sign. Very good sign. Lots of good signs here. Lots of really good signs here. Hola. There you go. Mm-hmm. I fried my modem yesterday, or a couple days ago, Lindsay. and I got a new modem yesterday. So I'm sitting here in sim mode because I want to make sure it's working. That was the problem. My charts and everything kept freezing, even my live stream. So I figured out it was from a power outage situation that my modem got fried, and I had it replaced yesterday. So I'm sitting here in sim mode. Good for you. Well, glad to have you back. Well, right now is not necessarily a proper time to be making good money, but yesterday afternoon was a lot more promising than it has been lately. I will say that. I did feel like, but man, I'm starting to see things that I wish I was trading real money, because I mean I knew this was going to happen. Come on, man, that trade right there, that has almost reached $1,000. It's right there would be $1,000 trade right there, and it's broken these down pivots right here. So at some point up here, what I would want it to do is then come back and sit right here, and then set yourself up for that cross, which that cross is a $2,000 trade. That cross right there is a $2,000 trade. So you got $1,000 off the prior day open based off of this blow off candle, and there's your $1,000. Now you need this thing at flushed. Now you need it to come back, sit here, and then rotate across, and then boom, that's another $2,000. I'll be right back, guys. Cat's at the door. Okay, so the YM has crossed the box. You know, that makes twice. That makes twice that it's done it. That it's made twice that it has crossed that box. Did it right here, came out, went up, came back in, tested, crossed. Dirty dog stuff. I might have to start getting aggressive again. I might have to start getting aggressive again. Maybe the market's coming back to life. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. Come on, RTY. Let's go. Accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. Come on. Come on, accelerate. YM, you come down here to the prior day open. You keep coming down. Just accelerate, 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 accelerate. Come on. Keep going. Accelerate. Come on. Oh, don't do that. Come on. You're not done. You're not done. You're not done. Don't tell me you're done. You're not supposed to be done. You're not supposed to be done. You're not supposed to be done. Come on. Boy, that YM is not helping. That's for sure. All right. Well, we shall see. Come on. You are not done yet, RTY. You are not done. Now you're done. Oh, my God. Uh-oh. Dick for a tick. Don't be a dick for a tick. Yeah. All right. Well, so in my trading of my symbol shit, I'm up $1,795 today. Not doing anything stupid. I didn't do anything wild. You all sat here and watched it. Most of the time I talked. Most of the time I talked. But I'm up $1,795. Pretty good. Good idea, JP. JP, you just literally regurgitated me. Back before, prop trading was what it is. I lost well into the six figures. Jim lost well into the six figures. We ultimately, both of us learned how to recover from that situation. You know what I mean? And David, and there's a couple others in here too, that their story is the same. I'm not very good with names, but there's a few others in here that have the exact same story. Okay, Dr. Lindsay's got her hand up too. So, I mean, Jim probably had the least loss. His was 130 grand. His was 130 grand. And then when he finally got his arms around my strategy, he got his 130 grand back last year. Live trading. Now, he had prop firm traded to get the money, kind of like me. And then he live traded last year and got his 130 back. This year, he's far beyond that. But he's not screwing around with August. And even I'm taking August pretty lightly. I intend to make a lot of money in September and October. That's what my goal is. And just to be kind of light right now with when I even do trade live money. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Blue. Okay, yeah, Blue. And Fish Atlantic, there's another one. Eddie from Florida is 50K. And I'm going to tell you something. The whole premise of me carrying on these YouTube videos, beyond me first doing it just to hold myself accountable to pass the stupid prop firm shit, the whole purpose of me continuing these videos and these live streams is because I've seen the success when I don't allow this to destroy, myself internally. And I feel very fortunate because, you know, I'm gonna make a statement here in a minute. All right, I'm gonna make a statement here in a minute. But I let me finish this first thought. I sit here and I show people because I know there's a lot of people like Fish Atlantic and Lindsay, Dr. Lindsay, and Jim and all that kind of stuff who have gotten their heads beat in, but understand the basic concepts of trading. So all they need to do is have an actual legitimate strategy that works in their realm of trading. I have different types of trades. Ian, for example, he just loves the afternoon trading of the 5-minute red line. So that's what Ian does. But I mean, other people, they love the box. Some people love just the static line. Some people love the 1-minute gold line. Those are the things they focus on because it fits their personality. That's great. Okay. But now I'm going to tell you something that I told I told a trader. I told a trader probably a month ago, and he was like, "You're freaking kidding me," and I said, "No, I'm serious. Here's what that is. I believe." No, it's not. I believe. I look back on my trading history, even to this point that I'm at right now, and I wish I never took a trade. I wish I never took a trade in the first place, because the heartbreak and the stress and the strain and all the freaking aggravation I've gone through to get to the point where I now make money doing it was not worth it. Was not worth it. So that being said, if that doesn't mean it's not worth it to other people, because some people may not have gone through the things that I went through when I was losing money. And, whatever. Instead, they could do like this guy who's a vendor of mine, who just now puts these damn static lines on his chart and starts making money. So that's my comment. And he made me confirm that. I said, no, dude, I would, if I had it all over to do again, I would never take a trade in futures. I would never do it. If I had it all over again, it's like a rabbit hole that I got too far into that I had to fucking figure it out. And it's I just wish I had never done it. There, I said it. I said it. I mean, I run businesses. There's my energy that I spent trying to figure this stuff out. I could have done much more things. Number one. Number two, if I had a business that was as bad as trading, I would have walked away a long time ago. I've walked away from businesses before. I've lost, in the grand scheme of things, which is different than trading, but I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars running businesses before. I've made millions running businesses. Okay. You can't, if you're a self-employed person, you can't make money without rolling the fucking dice. Okay. That's a fact. But I wish I had never taken a trade, because this business has been terrible for me. Mentally and emotionally, financially, everything. So there you go. I just gave you the biggest truth bomb in my live stream. But it's like now I sit here and I trade and I make money. So it's like I can't now if I give up. It's like, well, what was the point, Bob? Why did you come to this point? You see what I'm saying? It's a trap. Oh, Texas futures trader. You and I should spend time on the phone with each other. I owned my own mortgage business in the past. Jim will tell you, because Jim used to, even back in the early 2000s, I was the number one originator in the country for loans for Countrywide, and Jim worked for Countrywide, and he and I went to these national conventions and shit because we were top producers and shit. And then I went and opened up my own mortgage company and got my own mortgage banking license, all that shit. I've been through a lot. But then my mortgage business, hit the fucking shitter because, Alan Greenspan's a piece of fucking shit. But, hey, at least the government had his back and turned around and blamed the mortgage people for the housing crisis. Government's never going to blame themselves. Yeah, I get that, Fish Atlantic. That's why I still do it now, God, there's a lot of messages in here. Earl, I live in the Villages now, and I have retired a few months ago. I made a trip to St. Augustine to get my military ID updated. I was chatting with some other staff, and they mentioned you can drive on the beach. I searched it out, and sure enough, first time in my life I drove on the beach. You mentioned this with your dogs. Oh yeah, dude, I have a Jeep in my garage, so I can put my dogs in my fishing gear and my cook stove and all that kind of stuff. I and drive out on the beach, and then just be in seclusion. I have no purpose for a Jeep otherwise. I live in North Carolina. It doesn't fucking snow here. I have no other purpose for a Jeep. Oh yeah, trading can destroy your soul, man. That's why somebody wrote up above, trading can destroy your soul. That's why I mention, just because I've been through so much getting to here. That's why I've mentioned to you guys, don't allow what's going on in the summer to destroy whatever confidence you have built up in your trading. Don't allow July and August to destroy what you have, a shattered foundation of trading. Don't let it destroy it. Because, September and October, those are the months you're going to be able to sit here and confidently take rotations like this one right here, in the YM, and just know that once you get in, it's going to rotate up enough for you at least to defend your stop and maybe roll up inside here and get $500 or whatever. My point is, don't let what the market's doing today destroy your confidence. You are 100% correct. Now, who told you that was going to happen? Texas futures trader. Does everybody remember when I said, oh shit, I missed this? because it was going here. There it is. I mean, that's the benefits of doing this so freaking long now. Is that's like you just see the stuff so clairvoyant, and I don't feel like, you know, losing money is really an option anymore, as long as I don't do something stupid between my ears. Fish Atlantic. Everyone sees the success now and doesn't see what it took to get there. It's like being congratulated for being pregnant, but nobody saw how many times of getting screwed to get there. Yeah, that's a good one, Fish Atlantic. Isn't that true? Yep. Yep. There's a lot of good stuff coming out in the chat today. A lot of good stuff coming out in the chat. I like that. But, anyways, I thought I would at least give, since we got into this whole trading journey piece of this live stream, I thought I'd at least give my big reflection that I admitted to another trader about a month ago. You know, if I had to do this again, I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? I would be looking at the RTY long if I was somebody. If I was somebody, I'd be looking at the RTY long, off the top of the bottom of the box. I'd be looking at the RTY long. That's what I'd be looking at. That's what I'd be looking at right now. Now that we've tested. Thanks for the pep talk. Yeah. Well, it might have been depressing, Snow. It might have been depressing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's it's reflection of life, you know. Yeah, it is. It is very hard. Trading is extremely hard. It's extremely difficult. Um, and futures trading is like another level of difficult. And what I mean by that is, there are stocks that, it's very, that you can just sit there and go, oh, this one's going long because, it's in the tech industry. It's just going long. So you buy it here and then you sell it somewhere here. And, because it's not a leveraged position, you don't have to really sweat. But futures trading, it is literally day trading in hyper mode, because it's so leveraged and the money can disappear real fast. Mm-mm-mm. Oh. Yeah. So the YM is reaching. It's kind of hard for me to drag it down. This is in the way here. The YM is reaching for the prior day close, and I think it actually touched it finally. So maybe the R2Y will start going long now. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, got knocked out. I'm not smart enough to trade futures, Eddie. I mean, I know what a put is and I know what a call is. When people start talking about butterflies and shit, I'm lost. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. The YM is at the prior day low. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, that's good news. That is good news. Can't get much. I mean, in summer trading, that's pretty damn deliberate right there. This thing is still trying to hold that box. You see that? It's still trying to hold the top of the bottom of the box. That is valiant. A valiant effort over there by the RTY. Come on, go down a little more. Go down a little more. Come on, YM, go down a little more. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, straight puts and calls I could probably handle, Eddie. I could probably handle that. Oh my God. There we go. Now we finally pierced the low. So the question is, will it rotate up now? Damn, oil is just taking off. What the hell? It's about ready to hit Oil is about ready to hit the prior day's low. Look at that. Here's the prior day's low in oil right here. Look at what happened the last time it hit it. See, we crossed, hit the low, wham. My favorite scenario, crossover retest. That's my favorite. Crossover retest, boom. Look at that. Anyways, it's about ready to hit it again right here. Holy cow, man. This price action is like freaking paint drying. No, this is not good. This one's going to roll over too. Yeah. Wow. Something must be going on because, man, look at that. Look at oil. Wow. Yeah, it just scary part is this part right here. I mean, it ran. I mean, it didn't even slow down. It's funny you say that, Patriot. I went to a job site Tuesday when I figured out my computer, my internet wasn't working. So I drove to a job site about an hour and a half from here, and I took the freaking car. I didn't take my Jeep. I took my car, not my Jeep. I'm sick of filling it up. I'm sick of filling it up, man. It's killing me. Yeah, exactly, Patriot. Exactly. Exactly. Come on, roll over, damn it. Just roll over. Just roll over. Just roll over. Damn 9 EMA's got to be in the way, doesn't it? Sometimes it's not your friend. Sometimes the 9 EMA is not your friend. Sometimes it's not your friend. Come on, man. Just roll over. Ah, Jesus. There's your damn 9 EMA pissing me off. Now we might get an M pattern here. If we roll up to here, stay lower than here. Kind of like on this one here, I'm looking for a W off the prior day low. If look at how straight that is. If we can just get this to roll back down to here, boom, there you got a W long in gold. I'll put oil back over here. RTY. Oh man, is the RTY along off the prior day high? It is. Wow. Quiet. Market is quiet right now. Just quiet. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Navy guy. That's exactly what I'm looking at right there. It's exactly what I'm looking at. If this can stay lower than this, then that'll make a beautiful M pattern back down to here. If this right here can stay lower than that. Stay, 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 stay. Yep. Little inside candle there. That was nice. Well, that didn't work. It didn't enter. I didn't get entered. It didn't enter. Just ended up going long, breaking my pattern. Oh, look at the ES. At the same time, the ES is at the top of the box. So let's look for comparisons here. The NQ is at the red line. Of course, it looks like they're going to give up the ghost. Holy cow. Woo-wee. That's a big move right there for the ES. Oh, God, yeah. Look at that ES fall. Holy cow. All right, just quickly, back to the discussion. Bing, 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 bing. So, can we defend this pivot right here? That is the question. I'm really liking that pullback. That pullback is very nice. That pullback is very nice. Uh-oh. Not good. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. If we can get a gap here and then a pull up, we could potentially get a short on that. Just pointing that out. Prior day low, you mean? All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let it go for the day. Um, we had some decent setups earlier in the day. Then things kind of got lethargic. Not really moving, but there was some good ones earlier today. That people were hitting. Um, Man, freaking gold. It shortchanged that pullback by literally a tick. It shortchanged that pullback right here by a tick, and then did the rollover that I was talking about. Remember, because we created space, I wanted it to come up, go through, and then bam, missed it by a fucking tick. I'm not, I want confirmation. Yeah, no problem, Fish Atlantic. It was a good discussion today, I think. I think it was a good discussion today. I think maybe we all got a little bit off our chest. Put a few things in perspective. I think not enough people talk about the realities of trading. Um, yeah, I don't think enough people talk about the realities of trading. The realities of trading is, you know, it's a long road to hoe. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later, and I'll be back tomorrow. Based on everything going on today, I'll be back tomorrow with my live account again, because it looks like it looks like my internet issues have been fixed. Those power outages really fried my equipment. Unfortunately, it didn't fry it enough. Like, if it had just fried it all together, then I wouldn't have been sitting here with charts going, working and then not working, and then working and then not working. I would have preferred it just didn't work at all. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow.